Indian men and the black pill. I've spent the last few days going down the black pill rabbit hole, and it's honestly one of the most interesting subcultures on the internet. Black pill videos specifically tend to revolve around how difficult it is for some men to date nowadays. But there's one video in particular that struck out to me. It's super funny and really interesting and sprung out a bunch of ideas for this video. So check this out. Here's a girl going around her high school asking other kids about their dating preferences.
Okay, what race would y'all not date and why?
Okay, a little bit of a weird question, I'm not gonna lie. I think it is odd that you can find a whole race of people unattractive, but whether it's racist or it's not, I think more so depends on what you say about it.
An Indian, they just stink. Smell like cheese.
Huh?
I'm not gonna date no Indian because I really hate the smell of curry, and like all these Indians smell like curry, and they're like a lot of them be musty too.
The fuck?
And like I just can't do that, and like they just smell so strong.
Okay. Look, maybe she just happened to be around a bunch of musty Indians. It can happen, right? But surely not all of the girls are gonna say the same thing, right?
Indians, I'm sorry, I just can't date y'all because your food stink. You guys might stink. And no, bitch, you stink. They're like curry, and that's why her pussy smell like curry.
Okay, if there is a line, she's definitely just crossed it there, but I can't knock her too hard. She seems super young, and so do all the kids who are being interviewed here, and you say stupid shit when you're in high school. But some of what they're saying is actually fucked up. It'd be the same as me saying something like I couldn't date a black girl because they just all seem so loud and aggressive. I mean, look at Meg Thee Stallion, right? She's super loud, and it's a pretty stupid take, and it's actually kind of racist to say. But I think there's a deeper issue here, which is how Indian men seem to be perceived by Western society, which I'd like to get into. No one likes a brown man. So what's true about this situation is that dating statistics actually match what is being said here. Not that Indian men are stinky, but that Indian men find it extraordinarily difficult in the dating market. So according to OkCupid, which is one of these dating sites, Indian men are the lowest of all races to be replied to. And according to a Yahoo study, when asking women about racial preferences, Indian men ranked last. And it was found that for an Indian man to overcome these biases that are against him, you need to make about 300 grand in terms of your income. So Nero Angelo, hopefully I'm saying his name right, did a great video on this, kind of analyzing what's wrong about the situation, and some of these stats are from his video. So I'll link him down below. But I thought I'd give a brown man's perspective on this situation and exactly why Indian men suck so bad in the dating market. So what's actually going wrong here? Let's start with genetics, and this is where the black pill ideology comes in, because a lot of their ideology revolves around the idea that there is some level of genetics that are too great to overcome, especially bad genetics, and it doesn't matter what level of like status or whatever you may achieve in life, the genetics that you are inherited will just screw you. And many traits that exist in Indian men are apparently too unattractive, especially in Western standards.
Is that the eye orbits in all are round and large. This could be the catalyst which resulted in the larger eye shape,
Oh fuck.
which in most cases look unattractive on men but attractive on women. Many says that Indians' eyes are bugged and not depressed.
So this actually leads into the biggest issue I have with the black pill ideology, and to all the Indian guys who are struggling, listen up, because we are lucky in the fact that women don't measure on just looks in the same way that guys do. I think that they have a much more sophisticated system in terms of picking a partner. They look for things like humor, charisma, status, what profession you have, how passionate you are, how interesting you are. All of these things are fundamental to a way a girl picks a partner. And I think one of the biggest issues here is that men who feel rejected are getting advice from dudes on the internet who share these black pill ideologies, which are basically telling you that there's no level of looks and genetics that you'll be able to overcome, which is untrue. And so all of this reinforces the idea to these guys that you are actually screwed if you have buggy eyes and you have brown skin, when actually the truth is that I think any man can be a 7. If you hit the gym, you work on your fashion, you level up your social skills, maybe pursue a passion, all of this will help you overcome any physically bad situation that you've been dealt with by God or by your parents. But I think there's actually a bigger issue here, and it's actually the fact that we don't help ourselves in the dating market. Indian dudes, South Asian dudes, we tend to be looked in a certain way because we actually reinforce these ideas. Let's face it, how many horny brown dudes are waiting in the DMs of any girl you know? Millions of Abduls and Patels are giving girls dick pics and good morning beautiful This level of thirst doesn't help our cause. It reinforces the idea that Indian men are super thirsty dudes waiting for feet pics. I mean, those Indian men memes waiting in your DMs are not from nowhere. I feel like we need to get together and start like a propaganda machine and all like pretend we're Koreans and send out a bunch of creepy messages so girls will be like, yo, Indian men are creepy, but these Koreans are just fucking nasty, bro. But in all seriousness, so much of the issue of how brown men are looked upon are because of the programming that a lot of girls get in the West. Because when they're fed images of a brown dude, you normally get the tech nerd or the accountant. So when you think of an Indian man, you don't think of a normal masculine dude, you think of a nerd. And I think a good example of this is to look at how Koreans' fortunes have been changed by the K-pop movement. You know, young girls are growing up idealizing and having crushes on like K-pop band members, you know, BTS and whatnot. And then lastly, I think there is an issue here that is central to all the problems that we've discussed, which is that the dating culture that is around brown men is absolutely fucked. Dating is completely frowned upon in most South Asian societies, and so a man is much less likely to engage in healthy dating, and even the rejection that comes alongside that, which will cause a man to self-improve and fix the things about him that are deemed unattractive. Okay, so are there any solutions that I can think of to any of the problems here? One, don't let any supposed bad genetics that you have keep you from excelling in terms of getting girls. I think any man can be a 7 with enough work and with enough effort. Secondly, get behind any brown dudes who are making waves in the public space. An artist, a sports person, an actor, because we need more of that out there to help our cause. And then thirdly, and most importantly, for God's sake, stop sending thirsty messages to any girls you see on the internet. You're actually fucking it up for all of us.